Tabriz.
I know Maori people.
Tourist
Yes.
ticket thing.
Oh,
Ticket.
tourists here need tickets, but the locals don't.
Afghan sports, very nice.
They're just members of the Taliban. They're coming up to me. They've literally passed through Uzbek customs. Afghanistan. Friends from Afghanistan. It's been one of the most chill borders.
My dear, welcome another.
Thank you very much. We're out in the middle of the desert somewhere en route to our next destination. 3 hours to go in a packed shared taxi, but that's what real adventures are about. We've checked into our hotel in the city of Termez, a city that borders Afghanistan, and we are currently within 10 kilometers of the border, and we're going to be getting a lot closer tomorrow. We're walking the streets of Termez, the city within 10 k's of Afghanistan, and it all looks very nice right now. It's tree-lined streets. Infrastructure's nice here. Some sort of memorial site. Are you also noticing and catching it on camera, there's heaps of dragonflies? It's quite magical.
The globalization and the whole world life became, how to say, one village.
One village.
Yeah.
I've met the coolest person in Termez. He knows. What do you know about New Zealand?
I know Maori people.
He knows Māori culture.
Yeah, Maori people and Maori culture.
And he speaks amazing English.
At the moment, we can know what is happening in New Zealand, what's happening in South Latin America, Argentina, just and New Zealand is a very developed country. I like it.
Well, that gentleman was phenomenally nice. He was a university lecturer and he can speak 6 different languages. He's done a lot of overseas research, but he taught me a lot about the culture here. There are quite a few refugees from Afghanistan here in Termez, and even some studying at his university, but they're actually Uzbek culturally. So in the northern parts of Afghanistan, there's actually a lot of Uzbek, Tajik and Turkmen people who happen to live in Afghanistan and have an Afghani passport. So that was quite fascinating. And that statue we saw, the importance of it is that he was the person who made Uzbek the official language here and actually created a writing system so that on every single 21st of October, it's National Uzbek Language Day, and they gather in that statue of him, practice speaking more Uzbek. Well, that is a Soviet-looking building if I ever saw one. And it's interesting to see that we're down as far as the border with Afghanistan and there's still that Soviet influence. Afghanistan has been considered unconquerable land. The British Empire tried to conquer it in 1842, as did the Soviet Union in 1979. They both failed. The British Empire sent 16,000 troops via Tajikistan borders to Kabul, with only one making it. And in the 9 years war that the Soviet Union fought, they lost 14,000 Soviet soldiers. And then in 1989, they withdrew from the war, and then 2 years later, the Soviet Union was dissolved. The moral of the story, don't mess with Afghanistan. An interesting dichotomy here. You've got a theme park, and then on this side, you've got a row of tanks. We've even got ourselves a little military training setup. This looks hardcore. Still did not expect to meet a dude who knew all about Māori culture in this border town with Afghanistan, in Uzbekistan. Uh-oh, rabies, let's run. I'm here with my new Afghan friend, Jahan. And you are the boss?
Nice to meet you, dear. Welcome to Uzbekistan.
Thank you.
All of people, Newsline, came to Uzbekistan, came to my restaurant. Okay, come to Uzbekistan and leave Uzbekistan very nicely. Went to Samarkand, Tashkent, Registan, see the Registan, very nice province. Bukhara, Khorazm, very nice.
Come to this restaurant.
Yeah, and soda all of province, but came to my restaurant, eating my foods, Afghan foods, very nice.
Best restaurant.
Yes, best restaurant.
Yeah. Thank you very
Welcome
much.
nice to meet you, to my dear. Welcome another.
Thank you very much.
Thanks so much.
Well, there it is, the best restaurant. And we met some more lovely people. So that was an Afghani restaurant, and the people eating there were Afghani, and the boss was from Afghanistan as well. But he was one of the Uzbek people in Afghanistan, meaning that he spoke Uzbek, had Uzbek culture, but has an Afghanistan passport. Hey, how's it going? Nice to meet you. Making friends left, right and centre. I'm eating gelato on the border with Afghanistan. This is a really nice little city, Termez. It has such a nice feel about it. Kazakhstan speaks the most Russian, Tajikistan somewhere in the middle, and Uzbekistan definitely the least. And it's actually not uncommon for kids to grow up and not speak any Russian. And I've met quite a few Uzbeks so far who speak none or very little. But one of the incentives to learn Russian is so that people can move to Russia and then en route to maybe somewhere in Europe. So they still value Russian here, but not as much as English is what I've observed. I don't know what to tell you. Termez is a super chill town. I like it. Friendly people, nice architecture, nice tree-lined streets. I'm sure there'll be more of that to see tomorrow. Have a good night. Good morning everyone, we found ourselves a driver and we're off to see all the amazing ancient sites of Termez. Это граница Афганистана.
Амударья идет река. Сейчас мы туда приедем, посмотрим.
Мы очень близко Афганистан.
Вот. Сейчас вообще близко придем.
We are standing outside the Buddhist stupa of Zermala here in Termez. There it is. This thing is so old. Termez is one of the oldest cities in all of Central Asia. Termez has a history dating back to the Achaemenid Empire, and it was the key hub for Buddhism during the Kushan Empire and also a major Silk Road trading hub. And did you know that Buddhism had such a large presence in Afghanistan, Uzbekistan, Tajikistan?
Вот он выращивает вот так.
Oh, cotton.
Вот он.
Wow. Oh, this is all cotton. This is a cotton plantation. Это из советские времена.
Да, советский тоже был.
Это очень famous американский песня.
Узбекский.
Узбекский.
Inside after going inside.
Okay.
Super.
Thank you. Wow. So this place was a monastery for monks going back to the 1st and 3rd centuries under the Kushan Empire. Monks would have come here for dining, staying, going on their spiritual journeys.
Where's you from?
Over that
Amur River.
Amudarya River.
Amur River, yeah. After Karatakar.
And that fence there, after that fence is Afghanistan.
The temple after.
Wow, we're really close.
Okay.
Looks like there's a bit of restoration happening, which is good. Maintain this beautiful site. I'm sure those plastic bottles will biodegrade.
In the 1st century, Buddhism flowed up from India, turning Termez into a spiritual powerhouse. These ruins, like Fayaz Tepe, were sister sites to the legendary Bamiyan in Afghanistan.
The place is pretty big.
It was a golden age for syncretism, where Greek art, Persian fire rituals, and Indian philosophy interwove to create a culture the world had never seen before.
So that last place we were at was called Fazia Tepe. This is Kara Tepe. Different monasteries. This one is very, very close to the Afghan border. I can actually see Afghanistan. After that river, that is literally Afghanistan. This is as close. We know we're going to get closer actually, but as close as we've gotten so far.
This is the mighty Amudarya, known to the Greeks as the Oxus. In 329 BC, Alexander the Great crossed these waters to enter Transoxiana, founding a fortress right here in Termez. It was the birth of a Greco-Bactrian empire, a moment where the Mediterranean didn't just meet Asia, it stayed forever, blurring the lines between East and West.
This is kind of spooky, but cool. Wow. Look at the intricate engravements. I don't think they were using this Cyrillic script in the 1st century, and definitely not by Buddhists. I literally have an open-air museum to myself. Again. These parts of the world are breathtaking, and yet no one comes. I can't see my driver anywhere. I wonder if he's... Hopefully Saran hasn't gone off with my passport. Tiles or ceramics from the 1st and 3rd century. Hello again.
Hello again.
Where are you from?
I'm originally Iranian, but I grew up in
Really?
the US. Yeah.
I've been to Iran.
Oh, really?
Yes, I love Iran. It's one of my favorite countries.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Where
My
are
name's
you
Mark.
from?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Mahia.
Mahia.
Yeah.
I've been to Shiraz, Persepolis, Isfahan, Rasht,
Nice.
Tabriz, everywhere.
Nice. Yeah, my dad is from Isfahan actually. So
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool. Well, that was pretty cool. So, met a fellow Iranian, and she's studying to become a doctor in the UN. You meet some cool travellers when you go to these parts of the world. Doesn't it astound you that in a part of the world which we mostly associate with the Islamic faith, and there's just so much Buddhist history here? Where's this go? Got a little hiding spot. Incredible, guys, incredible. Well, here we are at the Al Hakim Mausoleum, because this is for Al Hakim at Termezi, who was would have been in 1900. Hello.
Hi, Mehmet. Hello.
Hello.
Are you a tourist?
Yes.
Откуда?
Новая Зеландия.
Новая Зеландия.
Новая Зеландия.
Ticket.
Не, я смотрел.
Смотрит на туристы ticket.
Okay, so that guy interrupted my monologue to tell me that tourists here need tickets, but the locals don't, so obviously don't look like enough of a local. So I'm not going to go inside, but I'll have a look from the outside. Anyway, so this is a 9th century mausoleum for Hakim al-At Termezi, who was a Sufist and a scholar. Termez, obviously, important for the Silk Road, hence the camels.
Я не видео.
Очень приятно.
Ну, о, бля.
This area is called the Sultan Sauda Complex, and what's unique about it is its blend of architectural styles. So work on it started in the 10th century, finished in the 17th, and every single century they kept building on it with whatever was the most relevant architectural style at the time. So imagine if there was a shopping mall in your area that took 70 years to build, and they started in the 50s all the way to the 2020s, and for every decade they built on top of it with the most relevant style. Well, this is the equivalent, but of centuries. We're out hitting the pavement now, just following our nose and seeing what other stuff we can find in Termez, and I found something interesting that I didn't know was here. Some sort of Soviet era church. I wonder if we can go inside. I don't know that it's open to the public, but let's go have a gaze. St. Alexander Nevsky Church from 1905. That was quite an experience. I didn't expect anyone to be in there. So I had a chat, and there is a small Orthodox community here in Termez, which is what that church was for. That was quite unique, but yeah, they didn't want me to film while the priest was speaking, which I totally respect.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Well, these nice men have invited me into their store to do some promotion.
Det kom till plast. Decorated plast. Decorated plast.
This is a very good store. Name. Well, if you live in Termez or coming through Termez and you need your drapes, carpets, lights, this is the place to come, so I'm told. Interesting, the stuff that comes up when you're standing out like a sore thumb, walking around the border with Afghanistan with the local drip on and a GoPro. Well, KCF, Kentucky Chicken Fried. Are they talking to me? We're going to be doing a bit of walking this morning on our last day. Let's go check it out. It's been quite the adventure trying to get to Kirk Kiz, the destination we're going to now. I literally was lost down a maze of windy streets out here in the country, like these ones. And I actually had to pass through someone's backyard. They literally let me into their home to pass through their backyard to get here. But we're here now.
Before the Arab Caliphate arrived, Termez was a spiritual melting pot where Zoroastrian fire rites and Buddhist mantras lived as one. But the 8th century brought a new, strict monotheism that would reshape these plains forever. To see what the shift looked like in stone, we're here at Kirk Kiz, a fortress of Islamic mystery that stands as a fortress against time.
Kirk Kiz, the name of this palace, means 40 girls in Turkic, so I'm told. And this is because 40 girls defended this 9th century palace from an attack. So the legend lives on that they are the guardians of this grand piece of medieval Central Asian architecture. Historians and scholars have argued, because they're not 100% sure what this fortress or palace was actually originally for. Some say that it was a madrasa for female scholars. It's kind of ominous, all of those pigeons just chilling there. Hope they don't all poop on me at once. An old ancient toilet. Guys, I've literally passed through Uzbek customs and I am inside the Uzbek-Afghan border. Well, this is quite a surreal experience to be walking around the Afghan border and there's just members of the Taliban. As you can see, and they're coming up to me, saying Assalamu alaikum, shaking my hands. Some of them speak good English. An experience I never thought I would have. People are really friendly on the Afghan border. Who would have known? This has to be one of the most chill borders I've ever been to, ironically. I'm not even inside the bazaar, which is the reason I came. I'm now just loitering around at the Afghan-Uzbek border. This is bizarre. There's even like a little pagoda and a water thing here. And people taking photos, people working on the terrain from Afghanistan. My new friend from Afghanistan?
Yes.
Afghanistan. Khayli Khub. Friends from Afghanistan. Nice to meet you. Alright everyone, might be time to go back to Uzbekistan.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Inner city is not working.
What happened to the rest?
Like a bear.
Oh! Pretty sure that's not halal. You got to get the balance between respect for culture and heritage and economic prosperity. Business is business. Business is business.
It's business.